like to greet everybody with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. I'd like to say Ramadan Mubarak to all of my Muslim sisters and brothers all around the world that's celebrating Ramadan or participating in Ramadan. I got a special message today because I want anybody, especially here in Charleston, Missouri, to know. And you know, I hope it be shared with other people. I don't want nobody trying to get me to talk or mend nothing with Barry Boyce, Nigel Easton, Antoine Williams, or anybody in their circle. I don't want to have nothing to do with any of them. And let me tell you why. You see, God gave me and my two youngest daughters a spirit of discernment. You see, when you claiming to be a preacher or a prophet or something like that, you don't know what a spirit of discernment is. God give you 5 common senses. Some people don't use them down here on earth. That's why they stay in the penitentiary. That's why they stay in the. That's why they load up in the graveyard, because they don't use their 5 common senses. But God give me a spirit of discernment, and a spirit of discernment let me be able to see a fake person, just like an X-ray. When your eyes can't see something, when you take an X-ray, an MRI, a CT scan, you know, you will be able to see something in the inside of your body that the naked eye can't see. God give me and my two daughters, my two youngest daughters, that spirit of discernment. And let me tell you about it before I get to this incident or this thing here in Charleston, Missouri. Back in 1977, when I was doing time in Pontiac Correctional Center, that's what God wanted me to be at right then, because if I had not been on August the 3rd, 1977, I would probably be on death row or doing a life sentence on them cowards that killed my oldest brother at the age of 21. You see, he tried to do what I was doing down here in Charleston, Missouri, trying to bring unity in the community, trying to uplift the black community, trying to fight for justice for the black community. But you had some of these cowards, you see what I'm saying, that tried him. And little did these particular cowards knew, but some of the other cowards knew that my brother was good on the boxing and martial arts. And the guy that called himself running things, because my brother hadn't been on the scene in a while, my two young brothers, after my brother got into a fight with him and whooped him, it was like the Thriller in Manila. If you seen Joe Frazier's face after Muhammad Ali got through whooping him, that's how this guy looked. You see, some of his buddies that my brother knew told him, let's go mend things. This was August the 3rd, 1977. But my brother was going off the scene for a while, so he's still thinking that they'll use these here. But my two younger brothers was 13 and 14 years old, or maybe a little older then, or a little younger. They told him, don't go with these guys. He told them, I can handle myself. He said, they ain't fighting with fish no more. You see what I'm saying? They dogs, they snakes, they rats. They gonna try to kill you. Take a gun. He wouldn't do neither. He didn't take their advice. You see what I'm saying? He went down there with him because they said they were gonna mend things with the guy that he whooped it head up. This guy's supposed to have been one of their chiefs that he whooped it head up. No help. They set him up, shot him in the back 4 times. That's what cowards do. Shot him in the back 4 times and once in the back of the head. You see what I'm saying? And my brother being in the cemetery, no children, my mother and us had to mourn his death because of cowards. So those of y'all that keep on telling me to talk to Barry Boyce, talk to Nigel Easton, talk to Antoine Williams, or anybody in their circle, or anybody that was on this corner. And I don't care if none of y'all talking about me talking about peace. I am talking about peace, but at the same time, I'm giving you some wisdom. Don't come to me asking me to talk to none of them individuals. You see what I'm saying? Because God is going to deal with them and the court system is going to deal with them. I want y'all to look on this corner right there. You see, on March the 23rd, 2019, just this year, here you had some so-called preachers, the president, NAACP president, and his vice president, the ex-president of the NAACP, who was a president for 23 years. All of them sit here. You see what I'm saying? Nigel Easton mother says she a preacher. All these other preachers, you see what I'm saying, sat here and said Barry Boyce and Nigel Easton got a vision from God to lead the community. You see what I'm saying? But yet they ain't telling you what they've been doing to me and my 2 daughters. You see what I'm saying? They done came down here and put videos while my daughters and them in the streets playing right here. Neither one of them don't live over here. None of them preachers that was on this corner, they don't live over here neither. But they said that these guys was called by God. You can believe it if you want to, but see, that my daughters and them listen to these Negroes. That's what I call them. Listen to them Negroes call me a rapist. Listen to them Negroes call me a pedophile. Listen to these Negroes call me a predator. You see what I'm saying? Listen to them call me a child rapist. But they can't produce none of that. You see what I'm saying? And they study bringing people to try to talk to me. Ain't nothing to talk to me about. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop from pressing charges on these individuals. I'm gonna continue to press charges on you. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing we can talk about. You see, these individuals came on these same corners. I'm 61 years old. All I was doing was voting for a sheriff, but they was tough. You see what I'm saying? Talking about they're coming to the sheriff's house and get me if I mention their name. You see what I'm saying? But I was in the courtroom today, and now one of them told that judge I ain't coming to court. You know why? Because I know they ain't tough. They remind me of them same individuals that killed my brother. Let me tell you something, what I told the guy today. I told the guy today, this is the respect I got for Barry Boyce, Nigel Easton, Antoine Williams that y'all call lunatic. He speaks up, he lives up to his name. You see what I'm saying? If all 3 of them was laying down here dead and it was a Ku Klux Klan laying right here, I helped the Ku Klux Klan before I helped any one of them Negroes or any one of them preachers that was on that thing. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? It's an insult to me to tell me to come talk to these Negroes now that they in trouble. What was y'all at when them Negroes was on this corner disturbing our peace at 9-something at night? When the police was on this corner up here making fun with them? What was y'all at when my daughter's sitting here looking and seeing what you're doing? You see what I'm saying? All of y'all was on that pulpit over there speaking up for them Negroes. Any of y'all that marched in that little so-called parade with them on March the 23rd. Y'all ain't about God with the exception of the children. You see what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to forgive. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna forget. You follow what I'm saying? Wasn't none of y'all coming to try to talk to the individual when he was prosecuting me for just videoing him. See, people got a habit of telling people that I'm a rapist, I'm a pedophile, but they can't produce none of it. But see, 19 years later, I done went in front of a judge, and within the next month, you ain't gonna be able to pull that up no more. But we'll be able to pull your mug shut up when you get some time or you get found guilty of what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? So this is just to let y'all know. Y'all may say I'm angry. I ain't angry. I ain't picking up none of these. But I don't want you coming to me, nobody. If it ain't God coming in person to tell me to talk to these individuals, I don't want to talk to them. My children don't want to talk to them. They liars. You see what I'm saying? What was y'all at when they were putting all that stuff on Facebook? When they sending stuff to my daughter in Chicago. When the Gale claimed his auntie in Chicago, and the Gale Easton claimed his auntie in Chicago worked for the feds, got Facebook to get me off. Let's see if your auntie can get you off and in front of this judge that you in front of. I won't let y'all do me like you did my younger brother, and my older brother, and I'm teaching my two daughters. You see what I'm saying? The same thing. It's one thing to forgive and not forget. So don't come to me. It's an insult to me. Don't come to me. I don't